Hello and welcome back to the Penno Channel for this match reaction to Aston Villa versus West Ham. But before that, bro, how you doing? How you feeling? And also, before we start, as always, if you could subscribe as well. There's a lot of you watching and not subscribed, so please subscribe. And also comment what you thought about the game and everything else we discuss in this. So yeah, bro, let's move on, man. 1-1 draw against West Ham. How you doing? How's your Monday been?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. How about yourself? How you been?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. It's all been mad, isn't it, this today about Villa? There's a lot going on. I think we should get into that first before we get into the match review. A lot of sources, a lot of rumours, a lot of talk around Aston Villa and their transfer window. Yeah, let's make a start first. We'll go with outgoings, and it looks like Emi Buendia is going to buy Leverkusen on loan.
Yeah, so this deal has been reported all week by Sky Germany. The initial report was Leverkusen wanted him on loan with an option. Villa wanted an obligation into the deal. It turns out now that Leverkusen got their way, and it is a loan with option till the end of the season. 16 million, 0.8 option to buy, Fabrizio reported. Let's see if that gets done or not. I think that will be decent money back if he does blow them away at Leverkusen as well. So yeah, Buendia, number 10 spot off to the Bundesliga.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna miss that chant, bro. It's another chant lost after the Coutinho one was lost. I think that didn't Buendia chance a top one, but yeah, Emi Buendia going. Don't know. How do you feel about it?
I'm not that emotional with it, to be honest. I don't think Buendia has done anything crazy this season to warrant people losing their minds over it. I think I'll just wait for the replacement as well. Like we've seen tonight, the links already, the links have started, bro. We'll get onto that in a minute. But Buendia, yeah, he's a creative spark, of course. He's the connector sometimes, but also I think on the ball he loses possession too much, and I don't think Emery rates him. I don't think Emery's rated him since he joined the club, as harsh as that is. And I think a loan move where hopefully he plays football is for the best for Buendia.
Yeah, it's mad. Emery's comments were very positive last week after the Monaco game, and then he's played a few minutes on the weekend and now been shipped off on loan. So, yeah. Moving on from that and Emery going, bro, there's been a lot, man. There's been a lot going on today. Firstly, we'll go on to Foyth. Is he the one for you?
Oh, I'm so pissed off that I've laughed at that. I'm mad at myself. That was smooth. Nah, I don't think so. What about you?
I don't mind it, I don't mind it. Depends what the deal is, obviously. I think we've put an offer on the table for Villarreal. Let's see what the actual deal involves. But Foyth, 27 years old. It's the injury record, isn't it? That's a killer. I think the injury record's a big thing. Shoulder injuries, a number of knee injuries as well. We've got rid of Diego Carlos, got rid of his wage, obviously his age and his profile as well. And a man who did have the odd injury here and there. 1 for coming as cover right back and centre back as well. But that injury record I don't know, man. He's coming to obviously the Premier League as well, which is a big change up from La Liga, more intense. A lot of people do say that, players included. So, yeah, just hoping he can, if he does come, he can just stay fit and cope with it.
Well, they're saying he hasn't agreed anything yet with Villa. I personally I just find the signing just a bit uninspiring, bro. It's just one of them where as soon as Emery came in, you always would say the Foyth link would be there because he does like to have players that he's had before. And I just think the injuries are a concern. He hasn't had a full season where he hasn't been injured. He had the big shoulder operation that kept him out for 26 games when he did have it. Then he came back this season, had a knee injury that kept him out for 2 months. They thought it was ACL. It wasn't his ACL. He started 2 games in La Liga. Come on, Villa. I'd like to see us be more inventive, bro. I don't think this guy's the one to come in and then we have to trust him or in rotational games. Not for me, bro. Not for me. I think it's a risk.
I think it's a risk for sure. It's a risk, definitely. I don't doubt the quality of Foyth. I think Foyth is a good player, but yeah, his availability is something that would worry me for sure, considering we just got rid of one injury-prone player. But yeah, I think if Foyth was to come in, and obviously we'll get into the next one in Axel Disasi, do you think everyone fit and available, Foyth's a starter? I know it's a squad game, but do you think he's like a starter?
What if we have Pau and Konza available?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Do you think it would still be Cash, Konza, Pau,
D.
left back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So that moves on then to Axel Disasi, bro. Looks like that one's going to happen. Well, Disasi's agreed personal terms anyway with Villa, but according to Fabrizio, it's just about sorting out the loan deal with Villa and Chelsea. Villa, I think they're close to agreeing a loan with no obligation or no option to buy either. It's just a straight loan deal. That to me just sounds like it's cover. Villa just want to get another centre back in as well. I think we are looking for two, and those are the two options. How do you feel about that Disasi deal going through?
Yeah, when I first saw the permanent, I was a bit sketchy. I understand the desperation and that. Disasi's a weird one because he can be quite like positionally poor. He can be quite heavy on the ball at Chelsea. But I also think like his role is tasked with covering wide areas at Chelsea, whereas Villa, his role would be a bit different at centre back. Couldn't see him playing right back.
He can't play right back.
Yeah.
For me, he's not a right back at all. I don't know why they played him right back.
He's top 1% in the world for centre backs for XG. So what does that indicate? He's a set piece threat, which would be nice to have.
Which we witnessed as well.
His ball carrying's fine. His passing's not the worst. Dry loan, no option. I'm fine with that. Like, we're desperate in it. I don't mind that Disasi deal at all. I'm content with that deal.
Yeah, I think that's a good deal. I mean, if you're looking in the market and trying to get someone with that experience as well as, that pedigree, I think it's tough to get a loan deal which doesn't include an obligation of some sort. So, yeah, to get him and there's no strings attached in terms of at the end of it, I think he's a good deal for Chelsea as well because they'll be hoping that he plays for us and it shows his value and his worth, and then they'll be able to sell him on for a significant price. And for Villa, it just covers a stopgap. Right now, he might not be a first choice option, but Villa needs centre backs because we're limited to the ones we have available. So, yeah, I think that's a good deal all around. I can't lie.
And I think he's agreed for it because this is pure speculation, but the reports were he's got interest from all over Europe. But if a move to Birmingham allows him to stay in his home in London, and he's going from Conference League football to potentially playing Champions League football, from his point of view, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, facts. And another consideration we have to make is for the Champions League, you're only allowed a maximum of 3 new players. So if it is, we got rid of Buendia on loan and we got rid of Diego Carlos, I assume Darnell Malen will be one. Then you've got, if it's Disasi and Foyth coming in, that's 3 players. Andres Garcia's coming as well, and I expect him not to be a part of it. But if we're then looking supposedly for a number 10,
wouldn't Costa be removed from it though?
But I think you can only integrate a maximum of 3, bro, into the squad. You can only integrate 3 new players into the squad. That's another thing to consider. If that's why I'm skeptical about the next room we're going to get onto. Firstly, you can't loan 2 players from one club, so it would have to be a permanent. Secondly, I'm sick and tired of seeing this rumour floating about every window. And as I said, thirdly, bro, you can only sign the maximum 3 players.
Unai Emery is sprung. Like, this is a love affair that's gone on for years and years.
I said it's me with Villa, bro. This is me with Villa. Can't lie. This is how I feel about Villa. I can't get away, no matter what they do.
This is late night calls. This is not even double texting. This is triple texting. Like, this is getting a bit much now. I think. What is it? The 4th time that we tried to get João Felix to Aston Villa.
Yeah, he's obsessed, man. He's obsessed. He can see the vision. It's ingrained in his mind, man. He can see the vision in that second striker role. I think Unai just knows that he can make him into the player that he was always destined to be, but I just can't see it happening. There's too many factors. It's so close to the end of the window. For a permanent deal, especially, as I said, if we sign in Axel Disasi on loan, and João Felix would have to be a permanent deal because you can only have 1 loan from a parent club. You can't have 2. So I just think it's too close for that to happen.
To me, bro, I think the elephant in the room, the Colombian elephant in the room, is that I just don't see how, if we get Felix on a permanent, I can't see how Duran just doesn't go the other way. And we know Chelsea have been looking for a striker. If they can't pay the 100 million valuation that Villa have had, maybe a Felix swap deal lowers the cost. Like, I don't know. This just screams to me like Duran going to Chelsea. We know that Duran's had suitors from Al Nassr. Jacob Tanzar in the Athletic did a piece today saying like Duran's team are always like going to clubs and speaking and weighing up proposals. That's why these clubs are so confident that they think he's available. That's why West Ham, even though the bid was derisory, 57 million, they knew he would get rejected. They tried to bring Villa to the negotiation table, which is what Ornstein of the Athletic said on his podcast. So I think the Duran away links are always going to be there. And if we're getting João Felix back and we can't have 2 loan deals from Chelsea, to finance that deal, we're not paying 40 million for João Felix straight up. Like, I don't think there's room for that. So,
do you think his valuation? Do you think he's still 40 million? Because is there no decrease from what they signed him from Atletico?
What did you pay for him?
I think it was 40 from Atletico.
It was like 50, wasn't it?
I thought it was less than that. I thought it was from around 40. That's why I would have thought it'd be a bit lower than that again, because he's there's no requirement for him, is there? And Maresca's come out openly and said that like him and Nkunku, basically the great players, but this Cole Palmer, they're not going to see money. So
but we'll see anyway. But to me, that just screams Duran going, especially with all the controversy and criticism over Nicholas Jackson at the moment, and Chelsea fans demanding they need a striker. And
but it's not the fans, it's the club.
Bro, you can't even say that. Bowley is on Twitter in them Chelsea chats. Like,
but
you can't even say Chelsea fans don't egg Barley as well, bro. You can't say Chelsea fans have not influenced their decision making with signings. Bro,
it's Win Stanley now. It's Win Stanley in that.
I'm not saying it's logical. I'm just saying the evidence is there that it's happened. I've been in chats and
initially it did, but it curved off because he actually got a recruitment team. They changed it up.
Anyway, we know Chelsea have had a long-standing interest in Duran for ages. Like, I could just see that happening for sure.
Oh my! Just send if we ever sell him, just send him to Saudi, man. I swear. Anyway, bro, do you want to go into the comments?
Yes, sir.
Who's doing them today?
Do you want to go one by one?
Yeah, go on then. James has joined. Thanks for joining. He says, Foyth, Disasi, Felix, up the fucking Villa. Can't be here tonight. Big up, everyone. Enjoy the show. Appreciate that, James. Ryan says, yeah, go on.
Ryan says, I'll miss Buendia.
Flange says, evening, chaps. Game went downhill the minute Tyrone went off injured. Just so grateful to hear it's nothing as serious this time. Lots of rumours, movement happening towards today. Trying to keep up, lol. Yeah, I know. There's a lot happening today for sure.
Ken, thanks for the super chat. He says, big up to you as well, Ken.
Duncan joined as well. He says, evening all. Thanks for joining, Duncan. He also says, Foyth can probably play CB or right back, so would be a very useful squad player. And also says, Disasi, decent CB. Yeah. Duncan also says McPhee would be happy with Disasi, and yeah, facts he would. As my bro said, his XG's up there, so yeah, definitely.
Dave says, evening all.
Ken also says Disasi can be dribble. Yeah, I think there's some highlight reel moments of Axel Disasi that have been shown. Most notably, he's defending against Ipswich and OG scored against Leicester in the FA Cup last season, which, yeah.
I think this is a new commenter. Thanks for joining. Say, stay in London. He needs to move up here. Yeah, fair enough. I remember John Terry used to do that drive, didn't he, when he was here?
Yeah.
He used to talk about doing that drive from London.
Facts. Duncan says perhaps Emery's the man to sort out Felix's career. Yeah, I have that false hope as well. I do. I say false hope, but I do feel like he was just getting balling out. But yeah.
My thing is, I'm not even against the idea of Felix being under Emery at a club that has, let's face it, less pressure than Chelsea. Like we do have less pressure at Villa. I'm just against it, including like someone like Duran. I just don't like the prospect of that. But Felix on loan or permanent with no other like consequences of that deal, I'll be happy with. Like, I think he'd ball out at Villa. Like, he's still a top player in my opinion. He still has quality in that secondary striker role. 25 years old. He's hardly like, he's not old. He's still a young player. I don't mind Felix like that. I think he'd flourish. But yeah, I guess wages will be the biggest thing you'd be figuring out. Can Villa afford those wages?
Yeah, facts. I always said,
my bad, bro.
I always said him and Cunha suit United perfect for us. Yeah, I think the Cunha one's going to be a summer thing for a club to get him. I think he's going to commit to staying at Wolves.
Duncan says 100% Konya in.
Ryan says, much rather have Konya than Felix. I think I would as well, but I don't think it will go that way.
We don't need him. And Jack Grealish says Ken. Don't need. Is that probably Konya?
We don't need Grealish, man.
I don't think Grealish wants to come back after that last game. To be fair, like, I think that was it.
We don't need Grealish. Grealish can ride into the sunset. I will said I'd take either. I'm waiting for a marquee signing from Villa. That's a fact. That's a big fact.
Duncan says Felix, Konya, Malen mixed with Rodgers as the attacking three behind the striker. Nice. The player who goes in the summer is Bailey. Doesn't fit the system.
I will says we need Bailey. Gives us natural width. He just needs to pull his socks up.
Joey, thanks for joining us, says not into Felix, but intrigued by what Emery sees in him and the possibilities.
Facts, Joey. That's what gets me as well. I can just we see what United does with strikers, man, and with João Felix as a second striker, I'd be so intrigued to see what the player would become. I take it from you going on mute, you wouldn't be so impressed, bro.
Sorry, I was thirsty.
Anyway, that's all the transfer news so far today. There'll probably be more going on throughout.
Nah, one more, bro.
Oh no, there is. Oh, how could I forget? How could I forget?
The wonder kid, 1%.
The boy from down the road.
99% faith, bro. Like,
how could I forget?
The next superstar, bro.
Yeah, my
it's
bad.
Actually us,
La Masia graduate. How could I forget?
Oh wait. Oh no, I'm on about someone else.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's two then.
I'm on about Sevilla Naipan.
Oh no, I'm on about outgoings, bro.
Oh no,
I'm on about Louis Barry.
Bro, Sevilla Naipan, bro, one of the biggest talents.
Yeah, but I didn't think. I thought that was like City Arsenal. I didn't think.
Oh, we're involved. We presented that idea to us. We're there. Like I didn't even think it would be us involved. Like,
go on then. I'll let you go.
Bro, we're involved. Honestly, I know people always say you can't judge a talent from YouTube. This is the exception. Like, this kid is a superstar, 18 years old, centre midfielder, or attacking midfielder. We've been linked for him for over a year now. This will be one of the biggest coups if we could get this deal done. But Manchester City and Arsenal, the same Manchester City said if he signs for them, he'll go on loan to Girona. Arsenal want him as well. Like, it's the biggest competition. When you see Arsenal and City linked, you know you're on the right track, innit? But we'll see, man. Can Emery, can he just like present a better offer than Guardiola or Arteta? That's the question here.
Oh, Duncan's put a good question in the chat. I like it.
Oh, Duncan, you can't do that.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question, man.
Oh, you can't do that to me.
Cherky's an absolute baller, but it does make me wonder why no one's picked him up. How is no one picked him up for the fees being quoted?
That's not. Atlanta are trying right now.
No, I mean Prem, like big Prem side as well, like Prem side. Like, I don't know. It's been a few summers, hasn't it, bro? It's been a few. Well, yeah, it's a tough one. I can't answer that.
They're both excellent players. I'll say Naipan, and I love Cherky. I'll say Naipan just for the prestige of him rejecting City and Arsenal. That improves our clout massively if he was to come. And he's 18, he's a top talent. How we'd go about integrating him into the side is a different question. But yeah, I love Cherky as well. I think Cherky's a phenomenal footballer. But for 22 million euros, like, that just seems like a no-brainer for me. Because even if he does flop, you'd be able to recoup the money that you pay, in my opinion. Like, people always take a chance on Cherky, I feel like.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, bro. So yeah, Sevilla Naipan potentially coming. Another one that we haven't mentioned, and that's another outgoing, is Louis Barry. Looks like he's going to Hull, doesn't it, on loan? Now, we've heard before how Villa like to scout clubs and identify them for their loan moves. I think they've done really well at that, to be fair. Philogene at Hull was perfect. Archer at Middlesbrough was perfect. Finn Azaz at Plymouth worked out really well as well. I think Kane Kessler-Hayden, he's had a couple, but now he's really starting to show what he's about at Preston. So I do think they're quite good at that, and it looks like they've identified Hull as a place for Louis Barry to go to.
Yeah, and it seems like the Egyptian connections with the Hull City owner and Nassessa Uriris have come into play again, because apparently that's how the deal got done. He had convos with Nassef. He said we'll look after him at Hull, and yeah, it seems like we've got a good relationship with Hull City at the moment. So hopefully he thrives there. They've made some good signings, man. They're signing Gelhardt from Leeds, I think.
Yeah, Joe Gelhardt, yeah.
Did I see like an Amrabat link as well? I don't know if that's like Sophie.
I think it's his brother, isn't it? I don't think it's
his
Sophie.
brother.
Yeah, I think it's his brother.
Hull make some really like interesting like signings where they know if they play, they're gonna sell on the player eventually. Obviously, Barry's a different scenario, but yeah, good. Yeah, I think it's a decent loan move for him as long as he starts, gets minutes, and he's extended his contract as well at Villa. So we'll see what happens.
That's the big one. He's got his contract extended, so we maintain value within the player, as well as having him here for longer as well if he does bang off. So yeah, I like that as well. Duncan also saying Buendia is extended for 1 year, so we get transferred though either way. Yeah, I think that's just to cover ourselves as well. Duncan, definitely, in terms of, he has some value. His contract was running out summer 26, so it's extended to summer 27 now. So when it comes to the summer and he returns back from Leverkusen, he'll have 2 years if they don't activate the option. Anyway, bruv, should we move on to the game? Yeah, let's get into it.
That's old news, bro.
I think
what we ain't played since Monaco. What?
No, we ain't played since before that. Arsenal, yeah. Anyway, bruv, went into playing West Ham for the third time this season. Yeah, how do you think we did in terms of, firstly, let's go into the lineup. Started with the back four we'd all expected, and of Emi Martinez in goal. But yeah, Digne, Mings, Konza Cash, midfield two, as such as Kamara Tillemans, Bailey Ramsey on the flanks, and then Rodgers behind Ollie Watkins. What I expected, maybe Bailey, I was a bit surprised with, but apart from that, it's what I expected, to be honest. What about yourself?
I expected Malen to start.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, I did. He loves Bailey, man. He loves Leon Bailey. And feels like he'll just keep playing him until the goal contributions come. It really does. It really seems like he has a lot of faith in Leon Bailey. Just trying to get him to recreate what he did last season. West Ham themselves found themselves with only Max Killerman as the recognised centre-back. They played with 4 full-backs as well as Kilman in like a 3-4-3 formation. Wan-Bissaka and Kufal operating on the right, and then Creswell and Emerson on the left. Played the midfield two of Alvarez and Soler with Paqueta, Souček and Mohamed Kudus up front. So they were missing a number of their centre-backs. I think Mavropanos being a big one for them. He started a number of games this season. Also Todibo as well. And then they had no Somerville and Bowen going into it. So both teams missing some players. We had no Pau Torres, Amadou Onana, Ross Barkley. So yeah, bro, first 15 minutes. Well, that's the best football we've played this season, isn't it?
I even got carried away. I was even like saying, Emery, you might have to stay off the touchline like more often, man. Like that's how carried away I got.
We were playing absolute ball. It was mad. It was so good to watch.
Our passing out of the back, working it wide to Cash. Our passing through the middle. Our press was really good. We were winning the ball high, quick, fluid, narrow football. The first goal, it's just incredible, bro. That goal is so good, and it's a lovely 1-2 with Ramsey and Watkins. The first touch from Ramsey after receiving that ball is sick. Like he gets it out of his feet into the box, left-footed, and he gets his first league goal of the season, and he needed that. Like I was happy for him to score. Little ear thing to the fans. I don't know if he's been getting criticism or not, and then he did like a double slide hands up thing. Like he's a joke celebration. To be fair, you can tell that like he enjoyed that one and 1-0 up, bro. 7 minutes. Like
last time I seen him cup his ear was in Liverpool away, I think, at Anfield. Announced to the Liverpool fans. So yeah, glad he's got his goal, man. As you say, bro, the touch out from Watkins, who got his 100th. Was it his whole 100th GA in the league in 169 games, which is absolutely incredible, man. But yeah, the touch from Watkins is nice. And that touch to take it past Kufal is brilliant. And we know Ramsey's both footed. He can strike the ball on either his left and his right foot. And to be honest, Kufal was coming across him and he really got some pressure on the ball in that area. And it it was such a good finish to put it across Ariola. Brilliant goal, man. Took it so well.
And
And hopefully that just sets Ramsey off.
Yeah, facts. We were hurting their back three. Like we were getting in behind a lot. Like even just after that moment, after the goal, like Watkins found the space in behind. Bailey plays him through. Watkins takes it around the keeper almost, gives it to Rodgers, and Rodgers taps it in. And it's only because Watkins was just marginally offside with the ball played in that the goal gets ruled out. But I was buzzing, bro. I was just like, why can't we play like this all the time? And I know that it wasn't going to last long, but I enjoyed, bro. Then what did that Blues fan say? 9 minutes, it was dreamland. Like, yeah. That's how it felt yesterday, man. 15 minutes.
We were kicking absolute ball, and as you said, bro, that offside goal was because of Watkins. He had nothing else to do. It was hard to tell. Like, couldn't see why the offside was given. But yeah, he's just ran a bit too early. The ball from Bailey's so good as well. It's such a lovely little pass inside, and yeah, Watkins does so well, as he usually does. Made the correct decision and put it across for Rodgers. And shame that one didn't count, but it felt like, to me, at that point, I was like, it doesn't matter. We're going to score again. That's how good we were playing. Like, it didn't even faze me that we didn't go 2-0 up at that point. I was so confident with the way we were playing that we were just going to go on to score. But I think around the 15-minute mark, that kind of changed. West Ham started to get into the game. I remember Paqueta had a shot. I think he was straight at Emi Martinez. There's a few chances for Souček and Edison Alvarez going into about between the 15th and 25th minute. I thought they just started to get on the ball a bit more. They were able to start pushing Emerson and Wan-Bissaka high up the pitch. Wan-Bissaka, I must say, showed me a lot going forward, and I think I didn't respect Wan-Bissaka's attacking threat as much as I do after that game, because he played really well playing as a wing back rather than as a conventional fullback, which he's known for. So yeah, they started to press higher and get more into the game.
I just want to comment before those 15 minutes. Like Bailey, he played one pass where he received it and he like curled the ball into Rodgers, and Rodgers made the run in and he tries to square it to Watkins, but they block it off. But Bailey started well, man. He just progressively got worse as the game went on. But at the start, bro, you remember as well, he had that run into the box where he ran from near the halfway line, just past it, and then he curled the shot straight at the keeper. But there was intent to his play. And obviously, I didn't go to the game because I weren't feeling too good. But Carragher, even on the commentary, was saying like Bailey's playing with like real like composure here, and he looks sharp. And it's just frustrating that we didn't score a second, because we really dominated those first 15 minutes. And then, as you said, bro, West Ham started getting more into our box. And then the big moment happens that completely...
I was going to say, bro, before that, we had a few more chances. I think Watkins had a header. After that 10-minute period West Ham had, Watkins had the header. Tielemans put one just wide, and Watkins had the header they put just wide as well. So there's a few more chances for Villa going up to the big point within the game. Tyrone Mings going off injured. He looked absolutely mad in the ground. Like, he was banging his leg. We were... like, us around us was just like, yeah, he could be done here. We might not see Mings play for Villa again. Like, it seemed that bad because of his reaction and how he was reacting on the pitch. What was it like watching it?
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, isn't it? Because it comes from a poor touch, because we're trying to build up in it, and the ball kind of just rolls under it, and then it's almost like chasing the ball after where their player presses, and he didn't look good. He just the way he just went down holding it straight away as well. But then he kind of like was sitting upwards, goes off, comes back on, probably thinking it's not the worst, and then a couple minutes later he picks the ball up, and yeah, I feared the worst. You could see Mings was visibly upset, like he was crying on the pitch when he was walking off. But it doesn't seem like it's that bad. It doesn't seem like it's that bad. It's looking like maybe MCL that I saw, maybe like 3-4 weeks.
Maybe 1-2, potentially. If it's just bruising, it would be 1 or 2 weeks. It's just bruising.
But it's good to know that, because that if you go for a fourth, is it a fourth one in his career or third one?
Third,
like you could see, you could see on his face, he was already thinking, "Oh my gosh, like I can't believe that I've got." So he posted on Instagram as well his story saying, "I've had bad knee injuries, but this isn't one of them." So
that's big. That's big, man, and we need him, man. We need him fit and available. And yeah, it was just, I think when I was watching it, and from my memory, it took a split second to play the pass. It felt like, which then led to the touch. If he'd have played it sooner to Digne, he wouldn't have allowed Kudus to come across. No, I think Kudos is late anyway. I don't know if he touches the ball. But yeah, it was one of those. I was just like, I wish he just played it that bit sooner because it probably would.
He wasn't. For me, the
Could
way
have
I
finally got to
interpreted
him.
it was he receives the ball from Martinez and his touch lets him down. Like his touch goes under his foot. So then he's chasing. So then he's chasing his initial bad touch before he's made the pass. It's not the pass that caused him.
No, it felt like from watching it, he hesitated. Like he had an opportunity to play it quicker than he did. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it back. It's just what I thought at the time, bro. But yeah, Mings goes off. Now then, what do we think of this this option? Luke Dean, centre back, Matson coming on for Tyrone Mings. Should I say before that as well? I'm seeing a lot of West Ham fans talking about handball. Just relax, man. Just where's the Parla de Canu in you? Just chill out. Just there's no need for cards. Just have a bit of sportsmanship. He went off the pitch. Just relax. Needs to get that in anyway. Yeah. So moving on, bro. The sub that came on, Ian Matson and Luke Dean going to left centre back.
It didn't.
What were you thinking?
Didn't surprise me because Emery always has said he needs a left footer in his system to play in the build-up, and that's why we signed Lenglet last season when Mings got injured. That's why Luca Dean was tried in pre-season at left centre-back against RB Leipzig. He would rather play someone from the academy who's left-footed than play a first-teamer that's right-footed, in my opinion.
Do you think, based on that, Swinkles might get a chance to play against Celtic?
Yeah, let's see. If he was in the squad, let's see maybe if we would have started, but we'll see. He might go Luca Dean again, which I hope he doesn't, bro, because Luca Dean was out of position and he had a tough task, but he just wasn't progressing the ball forward at all.
Yeah, I'm going to say about Luca Dean's performance, like he's been thrown in the deep end. And for me, it wasn't his defensive actions that were the problem. It was his playing through the lines, which I thought he'd do better. Luca Dean is good on the ball when he has time and space. And so I thought, with him being centre-back, he's going to have more time to play for the lines. So there's about 3 occasions in the first half. He kicked it straight to Kudus. Or was it? No, a couple in the first half and a couple in the second half, sorry. He kicked it straight to Kudus and Kudus just had an opportunity to break on us. And I just was I was confident in that part of your game, playing that position, rather than, I thought he'd struggle more defensively, and I thought he actually coped quite well defensively. He was just playing for the line. So, yeah, man. As you said, bro, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in on Wednesday. I don't think Bogard will play there. I don't think Bogard will come in the midfield and Boubacar Kamara will drop in there either, just because they're not left-footed. And as you said, Unai stressed that he wants a left-footer playing at centre-back. So I think your options are Luca Dean or call up Swinkles.
I'd give Swinkles a go, man. Like, I can't watch Dean not progress the ball. At left centre back, it's too key to the build up.
I think
Amundsen Day as well. We might see Amundsen Day on the bench, like real talk. Left-footed player that we signed for the academy. I think he starts in the 21s. We might see him in the squad against Celtic just in case, with Swinkles starting maybe.
Is Swinkles registered? Can he play Champions League?
I'm not sure actually. Aren't like certain like ages that you don't have to? They're in a list where you can just play, or the B team. Yeah. Yeah. Is Swinkles 100% left-footed, or is he both?
Well, he has to be. He might be both, to be fair. He might be both.
I'm pretty sure,
when Swinkles plays, he always plays off the left. He was the same in pre-season. When he played against Wickham, he played off the left as well. So
he's right-footed, though. He might just be both-footed.
So if Swinkles is right-footed,
he might be both. He might be both.
Yeah, because whenever I've watched him play, he's played off the left side. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But as I said, I just thought Luca Dean looked very uncomfortable playing in that position, and of course he's going to look uncomfortable anyway. But he looked really uncomfortable in the bit I thought he'd be stronger. So yeah, we'll see, bro. So going into halftime, it was a matter of just stay ahead going into the half, and because West Ham was starting to apply the pressure a lot. I think the game really broke down. The refereeing decisions, the way the game was being ref was appalling. And then there was just little niggles here and there. Stop, start. That began at the start of the second half as well. Obviously, with Ali going up in the air with Who was it? Who was it? Was it Souček? Oh no, it was Max Kilman because he had to go off the pitch when it with Max Kilman that caused a bit of stoppage. There was obviously there was another stoppage that happened at the far end as well. So the game it killed us really with the flow because we like to play, with repetitiveness, consistency, and the stop-start nature was killing us. If anything, it was suiting West Ham. Edison Alvarez was determined to get sent off, but never got sent off. I mean, bro, how he never got a second yellow throughout that game, I do not know. But yeah, I just thought we were playing into West Ham's hands and how they wanted to disrupt our tempo and our flow. And the Paqueta Digne incident just defined that. Like, what did it look like on TV? Because obviously we just see Paqueta on the floor rolling. We don't see it properly.
Yeah, just shocking, bro. Just diving.
Brother, this guy, yeah, he's a joker. Anyway, do you want to get into a few comments, bro?
Yep. Duncan says Malen so unlucky with his first shot would have changed the match. Ken says Westport United was really dirty. Flange says I also expected Malen to start. Flange also says great one-touch passing too. Joey says one of the best goals of the season for us. I agree. Duncan says shame we didn't keep Lenglet, was a good solid player. At Atletico Madrid, by the way, above us in the Champions League, like enjoying his life. His agent is just Superman. Flange says depends if swing calls was registered for Champions League, doesn't it? Yep. Prayers line Omar, thanks for joining us. Says I can see Disasi scoring from many set pieces. We get he's deadly in those situation. A big, strong centre back. Kevin says Beauregard was the choice, not Digne at centre half. He's not left footed. He's not left footed. Like he's just Emery's just never going to do that.
Yeah, bro. So moving into that second half, I was concerned. I can't lie. I thought it. I just wasn't positive with that. With losing Tyrone Mings and how disjointed we seemed to become just towards the end of the first half, because obviously there was how many minutes additional time added on at the end of the first half, and West Ham really started to grow into the game, and I think the pattern continued at the start of the second half. Paqueta had a good chance, which he put just wide. Emerson had a good chance as well. Couldn't really catch that one from where we were sitting, but how close was that Emerson chance?
I actually can't remember, bro. I can't remember what
the
was
one. The one where he shot and then he saved it. He dived on it.
Oh yeah, that was a decent effort. Yeah, it was a decent effort.
Yeah, it just felt like the momentum was swinging in West Ham's favour. The one attempt we did have was Luke Dean on the edge of the box. he chipped the ball. He played rugby for 3 points with that free kick. I don't know. Do you remember we were talking about against Ipswich when he was arguing with Buendia about taking it? And then since then, I think he's just put two of them over the bar, man. It's been a long time since you saw the brilliance against Manchester United at home, man.
Kevin says, who cares? Liverpool ain't got a left-footed centre-half. Emery cares. Clearly, Emery cares deeply about it. Like, clearly, like he's done it his whole career. It must just be something that one of his just main what's the word? Principles?
Yeah, with the build-up, yeah.
Duncan says, Mings and Torres now injured is madness. Yeah, we've been unlucky.
Yeah, we've been unlucky. What did you think of the changes, bro, throughout the game? We saw Digne come on Matson come on for Mings, but what did you think of the others and the timing of those? You seem, I think initially was it, let me just double check because make sure. Yeah, so it was on the 65th we saw Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins go off for Darnell Malen and John Devan, and then obviously after the equaliser we saw Morgan Rogers and Jacob Ramsey come off for Buendia and McGinn.
So I've seen a lot of criticism saying like Watkins shouldn't have come off and Devan should have come off, but I rewatched the second half like earlier today, and like Watkins wasn't touching the ball in the second half. Like we couldn't get up the pitch. Like West Ham were playing that well, so I'm not too mad at the Watkins coming off transfer. Like he genuinely couldn't get on the ball. Like you just no how. So I think Emery just wanted to freshen it up, give fresh legs. I didn't mind the Malen substitution as well. I thought that was a good sub. He sees introduction, but yeah, it just didn't work out for us, really, did it? It's almost like we played played worse in a way.
Yeah, Malen had that bright moment where he cut inside and hit it with his left. But yeah, just failed to really get into the game from that point. I think we didn't use him to his strengths, to be honest. Malen, you want to look to get in behind, and potentially that's difficult with the 5. But I did think Emerson, as we saw, was playing so high. There was an opportunity you can drag the centre backs out if you get Malen further forward and get the ball to him. But I just don't think we did enough. And yeah, Duran again, just we didn't get the ball to him enough. Good moments. He had that little pass where he turned and he gave it down the line. The Matson second half display was just one to forget all round. And I think there's a few points where he got into good areas and his head was gone.
Matson had a stinker, didn't he? Let's be. Yeah. I thought Duran was getting scapegoated a bit. Like I thought his passing was fine. If Matson takes off the weight of that pass when he goes through 1v1, instead of him having to reach the stretch off for him, like Duran's in. Like the movement was there. Sure, Watkins is probably better at pressing in the game. I thought Watkins had a great first half. He was brilliant first half. But I don't think he played one in the second half. Watkins, and it's not his fault. He just wasn't getting any service. But Malen, he had a nice little run into the box, turned, got a shot off quickly, which was nice to see. But other times he weren't really getting the ball. He was behind the midfield, and their defense were covering him quite well. But 25 minutes, you can't judge a player. You need like 10 games, I think.
Of course, yeah.
Full 90s to even begin to judge a player in a system. So
facts. I thought it was more our downfall of how we played the ball to him rather than him himself. I thought we just didn't get the ball in the areas you want to get Darnell Malen in. It was the other subs after. Let's get into the goal first. But it was the other subs that I thought. I don't know. I thought JJ was having a brilliant game. To be honest, I thought that was one of his best games for a long time, and losing him to Buendia, it just didn't feel the right sub. Morgan Rogers didn't have the greatest game at all, but again, it's Morgan Rogers, and we've seen numerous times. We saw against West Ham last time he weren't having the best game, but he popped up to score the winner in that one. Yeah. He can kind of turn it. Morgan Rogers can just show 10 minutes and get in the game.
There was that. Sorry to cut you off. There was that moment in the first half where Martinez plays it to Tielemans. And Tielemans plays one of the most beautiful passes I've seen this season, where he just breaks their whole entire midfield shape and plays it to Rogers. Then Rogers carries it up the pitch and he tries to pass it to Bailey, and it's overhit. And you just think, sometimes with Rogers, like it's just not there with him, is it? But
yeah, I think those subs kind of killed us, the momentum. And yeah, let's get into the goal, bro, because Edison Alvarez puts an absolute delicious ball in, and the positioning of the defence is all over the place. I think Malen and Akash are literally like this, to say that's the edge of the box. They're standing like this here, and Emerson's got all the time in the world. They really I give credit to Graham Potter because they really played wide, and we like to play through the middle. So you playing wide gives us an opportunity to play through the middle, because you're putting two opponents, even though you're still playing the 3 and with the 2. It's not 6, it's 5. So that was really ballsy from them, and I thought they did it well. Especially Wan-Bissaka, he was cooking Matson in that second half, and Emerson was available and free a number of times, and it was a great ball in, and really good header. And I think it's tough when you're playing against a team playing a 3-4-3, because then with those wing backs, you don't know whose man it actually is.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? There's no responsibility as such, and I think that's what's happened there. Miscommunication in terms of who's responsible for that man between Cash and Darnell Malen.
And the thing is, it's hard to really be mad at them scoring, because I think they deserved it. I thought they had most of the pressure in that second half. They had great spells in our box, and it was coming. You can just feel it sometimes when the goal's coming. I'm going to get into some comments, bro. Kevin says Swinkles is left-footed, by the way. And Kevin also says, I know, but it's not essential about the left centre-backs. Duncan says, we'll have to buy Felix as only one loanee per club. If we want Disasi and Felix, we'll have to sign one of them permanently, which is why I was thinking about the Duran swap deal type deal. Flange says, let's hope he is registered. Kevin says, we missed Anana as proved against West Ham in the Cup. Duncan says Anana was excellent early season pre-injury. Mo Villa, thanks for joining us, bro. Big up yourself. Mo says, I think taking off JJ I think taking JJ off wasn't a great idea. Killed momentum, and he was one of the best going forward yesterday. Yeah, that's what you said, wasn't it, bro? As well, like you agree with that. Like he played really well yesterday, Ramsey. And you know the talent that he has when he gets going, and you just looked in with him yesterday.
I thought he was linking up well second half, and Maatsen just kept. Maatsen's touch was just letting him down. On that left side, he was trying to do interplay, and Maatsen was just giving the ball away. Man,
he's careless with the ball.
He had a stink yesterday. I can't lie, he had a stink.
He had a poor game. He was really poor. Duncan says he shouldn't have been on the pitch to put that ball in. To be fair, Alvarez 4 different times he should have got sent off yesterday.
Brother, especially the one after the goal when they equalised. That was in the booking on Kamara, and we'll get onto Kamara because he was unbelievable. But yeah,
Kevin says looking ahead, will McGinn perform as we'd like to think against Celtic if he plays? Of course, yeah, it's going to be he's going to start off sentimentality in it. There's an argument to say maybe he shouldn't start if you go Ramsey, Tielemans, Kamara, Malen, or Bailey. I don't know, but he's going to start. There's no way he's not starting.
Does this mean more to him than playing against Hibernian? What do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to think that because I think
no. This Celtic over, he said it. He's on record saying it. He's a Celtic fan. This will mean way more than.
When his granddad part of the directors at the club as well.
This will mean more than the playoff final to him. This game, like Celtic in the Champions League, like his boyhood club, like yeah.
Hope he keeps it just. Doesn't boil over, you know.
No, if he goes in for a mad tackle, like
just relax, just keep it chill. Play to that level, just keep it chill.
Great point, Duncan. I think Marlin's cup tied. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, facts. He is. I think.
McGinn start.
Yeah, there's any January transfers you can't register until the after the league.
So we might see Ramsey, Kamara, Tielemans, McGinn.
Yeah.
Or will he play Bailey? Like, you don't know, man. He likes Bailey.
He loves Bailey, bro. He loves Leon. So, yeah, bro, they get the equaliser. And I think at this point, it just feels like, with the addition of subs, it just felt like to me, just hold on. I didn't feel like we'd score. I really didn't. I thought the only chance we'd have is on transition. They were really pushing forward now. They weren't afraid to come forward as well. Again, they were going out wide with Wan-Bissaka and Emerson. I thought we were not holding on to the ball well at all, misplacing passes. Ezri Konsa, I thought, was unreal as well, just because he was saying like he was defending against 3 or 4 West Ham players who were coming at him and was having to marshal all the rest of the back line. But Boubacar Kamara, bro, like that performance yesterday was incredible. It was unbelievable. Like Boubacar Kamara sets high standards, but yesterday he was incredible. I think there's some mad statistics going about the number of tackles he made, the interceptions as well. He was so good.
Thank you, bro. I try my best for the team.
Bro, you had an unbelievable game. Unbelievable. But yeah, to speak on Boubacar, bro.
Malen can't play for sure. Yeah, facts. Kevin says he'll be possessed. McGinn, yeah. And Dunga says, when's Barkley fit as well? So many injuries currently. Facts.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, bro, back to Kamara. Like, I just think now, can we just speed up with this contract? I don't want to get him anywhere. Because he is making an argument to be one of the best DMs in the league for sure, especially in Rodri's absence now. Like,
yeah, it does, and
he's top. He's top.
It's unbelievable, bro. And like, obviously, our form started to dip a little before he got injured against United last year. But we missed him so much. Like, when you look at the results from that point, we missed Kamara so much, and he stepped back in now, and you just see what we missed. He's an unbelievable player.
And sometimes it just makes you think, like, why can't every signing just be like, Buba, like, bro, from the minute we signed this guy, we were saying this is a top quality signing. Like, the evidence was there. He's absolutely unreal. The fee was perfect. Like, obviously, you would have had a signing on fee, but that was minor for what we've got. Like, I just wish every signing
was that. It's simple, isn't it? Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Like, this, like, he's bro. Like, he was always just a top quality player, man.
On the ball, off the ball, positioning, winning his duels, interceptions, tackles, defensive headers, aerial. He's an incredible man, incredible player.
He did one tackle where he like backheeled it, like he just stuck his leg out behind and just won it, like so nonchalant.
Yeah, and Kudus. He did that one. Do you know that one in the box as well when he won the ball and he was just he was feinting left and right.
Yeah, just the face. You can do it all, man. Like,
bro, he's so good. He
gives me confidence. He gives me confidence in the Champions League. I can't lie. Like if there's one player that gives me confidence that will just show up, you know they're gonna show up. Like I know, like at a big game.
Stevie La. Lange, proper Lange, Stevie La, thank you for that one. Thank you for that one. I bet Spurs are begging for Lange to do something like that for them.
Do Spurs want to do a swap deal? they hate Lange, don't they?
Relax.
They hate Lange, don't they? As well,
they can't stand him. So yeah, bro, I think we were lucky to get out of that with a point, to be honest, the way the game was going and the momentum shift. Look at the XG. Second half, we had 0.29. They had 4 big chances second half and missed 3 of them. 0.98 XG, 9 shots, 4 on target. So I think they'd count themselves unlucky, and we were quite fortunate, to be honest, with how our shape was. And obviously a big factor to that was Tyrone Mings being injured. Of course, that affected our shape big time. But yeah, I was at the point where I thought, I'll take the point from this one.
And big up Konza as well, because the only recognised centre-back on that pitch at full time, and I thought he was excellent, Konza. Like, he really marshalled the defence. He did what he had to do. Like, he was on his own out there, pretty much.
Yeah, facts. And when you see Danny Ings coming on as well, you always think, is this the one? Is this the one? Like, he had that chance where he hit it on the edge of the box and we just fall out.
That was a great shot, that was, because he hits it on the half volley and it's so... He would have gone mental, like and rightfully so if he bagged, like the amount of abuse he must have.
Yeah, facts.
Duncan says putting it in Kamara is better than Rice. Facts. I'll take that. Kamara is our Rodri. Mo says only player that's consistently given 100% and putting in man of the match performances. Facts. Kevin says, can someone tell Rodgers you can pass to a Villa player? Duncan says, if we do get Felix and or Konya in, it will at least give Rodgers some rest. That's a great point. Ryan says, Kamara's our best player probably. I stand by that, especially after the injury. He's came back even better than before.
He's come back better.
It's hard to argue.
He's come back better. I think his ball playing's better now. The way he plays on the ball now, with Douglas Luiz going, I know Tielemans is an absolute baller on the ball, but I think he's taken more responsibility receiving it from the back four, and he seems to be playing with even more confidence on the ball. You know, Kamara sometimes would have that little slip on the ball or something, mate. He's just absolutely oozing at the minute.
Kevin says Martinez is having a wobble by his standards. I agree, unfortunately.
You look at last season.
Data's down a bit. He's shot stuff.
Last season, his data was like he was actually data-wise the best goalkeeper in the Prem in terms of, I think his expected conceded was the best. His goal preventing actions, his shot stopping, he was number one. He deserved to be in Team of the Year. This year his numbers are right down there, and I think he's like bottom 5 in terms of XG prevented this season. He's making some incredible saves, but some of the stuff is, I don't know, it's not to Emmy's level, and he'll know that. I mean, the playing out from the back as well. We saw that one that went across his goal, and I was like, what are you doing? Because where I was sitting in a hole, you couldn't really tell where he was in terms of how close he was to the line. I think he was probably a bit safer than it looked from in the stands. But yeah, I think Emmy will know that anyway.
See, yeah, bro. Joey says, I think Emi Martinez could have been a bit more assertive when we lost Mings' leadership. Duncan says Courtois is still better than Martinez. Have to say it. Hopefully Martinez in the Champions League though. Let's see. I got a feeling he's gonna have a game of his life. Hopefully, and just hope. Bro, this game is this the biggest game of the season? Would you say?
As so far, yeah.
It's got to be in it. Like a chance to get top 8 and just get that rest in where we just don't have to worry. Like it's massive, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, it is. Every game's a big game, bro. I mean, huge games. Wolves always huge.
Yeah.
Spurs in the FA Cup's massive. You want a cut run, like
the league's a weird one this season because if you look at our underlying numbers, 7th best attack, 8th best defense, 8th position, 8th in the league. Like there's just no complaints. We are probably the 8th best performing side this season. Like it's just I got like no qualms with it. Like Bournemouth and teams like that are just having better seasons than us. Like it's harsh to say, but it's just true, man. Like
it's felt that way as well. Like, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, it's felt like I don't think we can say we deserve to be higher. I don't think that's the case at all. And statistically, that backs it up. We haven't been anywhere near at our best, I don't think, this season. Showing glimpses, of course, but I think as Villa fans, we're always saying, well, it will come soon. It will come soon. It just hasn't come as of yet. Obviously, there's plenty of time, and it could very well. We could start playing, but we know that we haven't. And as I was thinking about it, bro, in the last 2 games we played against West Ham, I think we played well for 30 minutes of those games.
The last 2?
Yeah. I think we played for well. The first start of the season, we were unbelievable. I thought that was a brilliant performance at the Olympic Stadium, but at home, I think we played good for 30 minutes out of 180 minutes, to be honest. Like scintillating football, which,
Kevin says, I feel we concentrate more on home Champions League games. Duncan says, Clive to Villa in summer. And I remember when we were linked to his dad.
Oh, Patrick. Mad. You hear he scored more goals than Patrick at St James's, even though they signed that. That's a mad stuff. Yeah.
So, yeah,
a few more, bro. I think there's a couple more.
Kevin says, crowds up for it, understandable. Marnie, thanks for joining us. Says, big up, lads.
Big up, Marnie.
Big up yourself, Marnie.
And I think Joe said as well, one above.
Joey says, definitely did the biggest game. Could change the direction of the season. Really need everyone to step up. Don't think Ali has scored in the Champions League and would be great to get a clean sheet.
Yeah, a lot of big decisions weren't for,
I think we wrapped everything up really nicely in that pod.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you all joining us, and the comments are fantastic again. As always, if you could, if you're new around here, please subscribe. Looking at the percentages, like 70 to 80% of you guys watching who are not subscribed. So please do subscribe as well. I really appreciate it. Trying to get to 1,000. And also, if you haven't commented in the comment section you're watching after, please let us know in the comments your thoughts regarding the game against West Ham and the transfer talk we had at the start as well. We'd love to hear from what you've got to say. Bro, enjoy the rest of your Monday night. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. Up the Villa.